So what I'm going to do, Jan, is I'll explain what's going on here. So we're not using the cards, okay, but we're still using the
Yep.
situation. So I'm going to be a seller. We'll have a buyer, but what we're trying to do, similar to the last session we had, is we want to focus on some aspect of that negotiation, some skill sets. Now, before you came into the conversation, one topic that had been mentioned is storytelling. So I want to
Yep.
try and incorporate into my little practice here a story. All right, so I'm going to use a story to try and build a relationship and see what the reaction is from the other party. Okay. Okay. So Ekta, we have 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
And our 5 minutes start now. Good
Hello.
afternoon, Ekta. How are you?
I'm great. And you,
Yep.
Philip, right?
Yep.
Um, so, tell me a little bit about yourself and your company.
Happy to. And we haven't obviously met before. So let me just explain a little bit about the PB Orchards. We're actually an international orchard purveyor. So we have several orchards in different parts of the world. Okay. So we actually cater for North America, Europe, and the Middle East. So we have different varieties in different places. Um, In terms of the ranges of apples, we have some very niche type of apples, but we also cater for the big bulk orders as well. So we do a lot of work with some of the big national brands. In the UK, it could be Tesco's. I think in America, we do some work with Walmart, for example. Okay. Do Walmart sell apples? I'm not sure. However, Costco. All right, we'll go Costco. Um, so we sell to the big, we sell to the large. We have a large range, some very niche ones as well, and we do pride ourselves on customer service. So that's really about us. How about yourself? What's your
Yeah.
market and what's your interest?
Yeah. So we live about, I live about an hour away, and I'm a small business owner, a niche bakery and apple cider producer. We've been We've been around 5 years. We do pretty well for ourselves. We're right in the center of the city, and we make a lot of different apple desserts and apple cider. So we usually look for sweet apples that we can use to make. We make apple jams, apple like a spreads. Like apple pies, apple crisps, etc. And then we also make cider. Um, and we get a steady customer base.
Brilliant. So am I right in thinking you're an artisan
Say that
cider
again?
maker? Are you an artisan? A very, a small, local, you do
Yeah,
specialities.
absolutely, absolutely.
And so
Now
we
you
sorry, go on,
you
go on.
you mentioned that you work mostly with big corporations. Do you also work with small businesses as well?
Oh, absolutely. No, we cater for all types at the moment. So I'll give you an example because I wanted to ask about the artisan post, okay? Because where I live, not far away from me, I mean, obviously not near you, but we actually have a very artisan bakery as well, okay? Doesn't do the cider, but does the apples, does the apple pies, the apple tarts. And I like the fact you said apple crisps because they do the crisp, they dry them out, so they have these dry crisps as well. Now we actually cater them small volumes. So it's about a ton, but a ton over is like 2 months, okay, which is relatively small compared to the other ones. Um, but sometimes they get really desperate for the very niche type of apple ranges as well. And what we're able to do is to really find them some very special types of apples, particularly small but super sweet as well. So perfect for bakeries. All right. And what we've been able to do is provide them with effectively an opportunity to choose things that they haven't done before. So I love the fact that you're a small bakery as well. I'm more than happy to help you with that. Does that help you? Does that
Yeah,
allay any fears?
that sounds great so far. And judging from what you've told me so far, I'm getting the impression that you have quite a big supply of apples in your orchards,
Yeah.
because we're
But
looking for about. Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say,
You're about to,
both in volumes and type. But what I mean, you were about to say, what are you interested in? Are you
yeah,
interested
yeah.
in sticker volume?
Well, we're interested in about a couple tons for starting out. Obviously, this would be more long term. We're looking to change suppliers basically, and due to lack of supply. And we're traditionally using Honeycrisp apples, but if you have other suggestions based on your experience, we're open to hearing more, because it sounds like you were saying there's a few other options as well.
Well, listen, I will put my heart out to your supplier, because really sometimes the supply of apples is determined by, the season and everything else. So, it's a shame if you're having to look around, but we can certainly provide you with a variety. We've got the Honey Crisps, but I might even be able to provide you with the Phil Brown version, which is even sweeter. Um, but how about this? Let's catch up again in another day or two, and I'll go and check out my itinerary. Okay. Thank you very much, Ekta.
Thanks.
Was that the storytelling? Well
And
done. It did.
we're,
It did a third-party perspective on a story of what he does to his local artisan. So that was like, oh, he's going to. No, it's a storytelling from the book, from the creating the link. Well done.
Yeah. Well, start the video. Okay.
yeah, from
So,
this book, actually, that's where it's really from. Truth Detector.
hey, the
Everyone
truth
should read it.
detector.
Well done.
Well,